Is the moon about to rise again on the MCU? We've got some interesting new rumors for Moon Knight Season 2, and a new villain for Moon Knight that definitely ties us into the ongoing multiverse saga that is the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Well, there's no doubt that last year's Moon Knight was definitely something different from Marvel Studios. Personally, I found it a fun ride and really did enjoy Oscar Isaac's take on the character, even though he could have used some more time in the suit. Now, when this all went down, Oscar Isaac made it super clear he didn't sign a long-term deal with Marvel Studios, but he was pretty keen on potentially reprising the role in the future. Given some of his other high-profile roles that didn't turn out so well, this made a lot of sense. And based on the response to Season 1, many fans were expecting him to definitely return for a Season 2. Now, as of right now, the official word is that Moon Knight was what Marvel is calling a limited series. But honestly, it would be totally baffling after that end of season tease with Jake Lockley if the show didn't get a second season. Now, we got that full Marvel slate leak a couple weeks ago, which obviously didn't come from Marvel Studios, but did give us an idea of when Moon Knight Season 2 could potentially show up. And that schedule definitely placed it after the Kang Dynasty and before Secret Wars, setting the character up to be part of the big MCU showdown. Now, we've got a new report from the Cosmic Circus, and like we always say, it's not from Marvel Studios or Kevin Feige, so we're taking it with a grain of salt. But they definitely seem pretty confident that a second season of Moon Knight is on the way, and they've heard that Kang will definitely factor into the show. Now, if you're a fan of Moon Knight, you know this most certainly means that the Rama Tut variant, which did show up in that Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania mid-credit scene, will be part of this project. Now, if you don't know in the comics, he was a Kang who traveled back to ancient Egypt and then found himself stuck. Making the best of a bad situation, he actually ruled that era of Egypt, but eventually fooled the Fantastic Four into freeing him back into the time stream. With all signals from Marvel Studios pointing to Rama Tut, Centurion, Immortus, and many other Kang variants taking center stage in Kang Dynasty, Moon Knight Season 2 would arguably be one of the best places to flesh out the Rama Tut version of the character. Now, many of us, me included, were pretty confused on why Rama Tut wasn't referenced in the first season of the show. We did find out later on from head writer Jeremy Slater that there was a time the villain was at least mentioned in the series, but was eventually cut out. Now, Moon Knight really does a good job of being a standalone series. You really didn't need to see any of the MCU to understand it, so that might have been the reason this reference was removed. Now again, this is all in the rumor stage, but it's hard to believe Moon Knight will not return to the Marvel Universe. The first season was a lot of fun, Oscar Isaac is willing to return and is a big star, and the character has a long life in the Marvel Universe, so I have a hard time believing a second season won't fit somehow into the multiverse saga. But we'll have to wait and see.